Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Ah, yes! My back pages, right? In another way or another term, I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. It's kind of the way I feel on this Thursday, Getaway Thursday, for the Truth Teller. Of course, that was the Byrds. David Crosby at the time, where Buffalo Springfield had Stephen Stills and Neil Young. And what, the Hollies with Graham Nash, they would form the great Crosby, Stills, and Nash, who are in the Hall of Fame. Young is not. They have something against Canadian rock and rollers. Of course, Neil is in individually, but how can you not put Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Buffalo Springfield is in the Hall of Fame, as we know. The Byrds are in the Hall of Fame. The Hollies are in the Hall of Fame. You know who else is going to the Hall of Fame? Ezra Cleveland. I'm going to make that prediction right here, right now, on a Thursday night in March in Duval. And there's no place I'd rather be. It is great to have you with us. My name is Rick Ballou. The return of J.J. LaSava, all tan, abroad and back. Where you gone? About a month or so? How long?
Dude, well, you were gone a week before I left.
Yeah?
So we haven't seen each other in 3 weeks. Yes, I'm back from Italy after 2 weeks. And I wish I could say I'm glad I'm back, but I would love to still be in Italy.
The honeymoon.
Yeah, absolute great trip. Honeymoon. Rome really is for lovers, Rick.
How long did it take to get there?
Oh, my God. So actually getting there is faster because don't ask me to explain why, but jet patterns, whatever, over the Atlantic.
Right. It's
so
the
it's
stream.
like 8 hour. Yeah, so it's like 8 hour, 9 hour flight on the way back.
Up the jet stream.
But, have a couple drinks, watch a couple movies. It really wasn't that bad. It was the next day that kind of sucked.
Yeah. Got a text the other night. My daughter's like, hey, Dad. And she sent me a little clip. She's like, I'm at a Led Zeppelin cover band concert in downtown Paris. And I'm like, maybe Paris is worth the trip if they're going to do things like that.
Although we've had them here.
Yeah, they're coming here on a week from Friday night.
Sick.
They'll be at the Florida Theater. That's where I'll be tomorrow night with the good folks over at Remedy, one of my longtime sponsors, Billy Joel's original drummer, who we had on our show like a year ago. They're back, and it's a big event there at Remedy, and really looking forward to doing that tomorrow night. So I don't take a lot of individual days off. I'll take my vacay, but as far as individual days, they're few and far between. I am going to do that coming up tomorrow. So, good trip. Now, where else did you hit while you were over there?
Florence and Rome, and we spent a day in Bologna, which a lot of people aren't familiar with. Highly recommend. Like the prettiest city I've ever seen in my life. It was awesome. Florence, very different than Rome. Florence, a lot smaller. Just the art there. I mean, I'm not an art guy, you know that, Rick, but when you're on like seeing Da Vinci's in your face and Michelangelo's and you're in the Sistine Chapel in Rome, it's crazy, man. Like the oldest thing we have here in Jacksonville might be the T-Rex on Beach Boulevard, which I love in its own way.
It's great.
But a little different than the Michelangelo's I was looking at.
Yeah, and Bart in what the heck's it called there? I drive by it each and every day. Bayard. In Bayard, where the old Rooster is.
Of course.
They've got a healthcare place there. They got a little. They got about a 10 to 12 foot gator. That's fake. That's kind of down there. That's very cool. Yeah, I'm really not into art. Don't do any of that. I visited my first museum a couple of weeks ago during vacation. That was the Mob Museum.
I love that
in
picture.
Las Vegas. So yeah, I know what you're saying.
And it was huge. It was like the size of Sam's Club.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Massive.
It was a good time. All right, so you're back now. Is your body? What's gone? Is your body, your mind? And you're all tan. What were you out there walking around?
It really wasn't that. The sun there is like it is here. It's beaten. Like when it's out, it's hitting you hard. Mm-hmm. But most of the time it was, mid-60s, very mild, and It wasn't bad at all. I was skeptical like early February or late February. Like, are we going to have just the worst weather and vacation of all time? But no, it was great, dude. We went to a football match in Rome. Spectacular, dude. Like, it really makes me sad that American sport isn't like that when it comes to, like, the crowds and the passion. Like, college football is as close as we get to it. But just
you think there's more passion there than there is here with college football?
Dude, it's not even close.
I went to a Fulham game, and I thought that was
not even the same. It's like, it's not even close. And I think a lot of it has to do with you can get a ticket for 20 euros. So, like, anyone from town, everybody goes, you know.
For those of you who don't know, 20 euros is about $10,000.
Now, it's like $25. So, you know, I hate to bring up the Jags, but just as an example, like, you're not going for cheap to a Jags game. And so, like, not everyone can go to these games. Imagine what I'm about to pay for the Canes game in Gainesville.
Yeah, that's going to cost you.
Exactly. It's like regular people can't really go. That's why college still does have the students there, so it has that. It has the band. So it's as close as you can get, but it was crazy, man. It was awesome.
All right, JJ LaSelva is back. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have him back.
Sort
of. We're ready to roll 6 to 8 here each and every night. All right, Jack Del Rio. I always really liked Jack Del Rio. Knew him a little bit off the field, out of the building. I just seemed as though I kind of bump into him and his oldest son. And I always liked Jack. I particularly liked him when you got him away from football, and he was a good guy to have a conversation with. The first time I met Jack Del Rio was at the Brad Culpepper golf tournament in, 1993, 1994 in Tallahassee. At that point, Jack Del Rio was selling insurance. He wasn't even a coach. And, of course, he exploded up, became a linebacker coach, coordinator, and a head coach here. And I think when you go the other way and you start to question what went wrong with Jack Del Rio, he sent off a vibe of always being the smartest man in the room. And I think we all know those people. You can take it for whichever way you want. It can affect you personally, professionally, or you can kind of just laugh at it and move on down the road. For the first time, that is now the sense that I completely have with Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson in this offensive line. They are walking this back, and there's nothing that any one of us can do about it. I have been consistent in my opinion for years that this is by far the weakest part of this football team. They haven't fixed it. They're going to walk the same five out there again. Doug Peterson said so at the Combine. He told us all. There was only one game last year where you had Cam, where you had Ezra, Luke, Brandon, and Anton. All right? Trent Baalke was asked about Cam Robinson. The first time he was, after he was asked about Josh Allen, 18 days after the season ended, and he met with us. He went on about Allen, then asked about Cam, didn't want to talk about it. This time in Indianapolis at the Combine, asked about Cam. He told us, hey, he's on a contract. I don't even know why you're asking the question. This right here is going to be the difference between Jacksonville taking that next step or this entire thing exploding right in front of our face. I will say this. I disagree. I totally disagree. I would cut Cam Robinson. I would cut Brandon Sheriff. I would never play again Luke Fortner. And I wouldn't have brought back Ezra Cleveland. Let me repeat that. I would cut Cam Robinson. I would cut Brandon Sheriff. I would never play Luke Fortner again, and I wouldn't have brought back Ezra Cleveland. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I don't have the hate. I don't have the personal vendetta and grudge where I'm going to secretly hope that this thing fails so I can say I'm right. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Trent Baalke, I hope Doug Peterson, I hope they are the smartest men in the room. Because obviously they see something I don't. This is what they do. It's why they're in that position. It's why Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. It's why Trent Baalke has been a two-time general manager, with two different organizations. I've been doing this for 32 years. I'm right a lot. I'm wrong a lot. Okay? I never run from it. I never hide from it. This is a colossal mistake, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Okay? Cam Robinson, are you telling me right now? Cam Robinson, he has a 21.9 salary cap figure for the 2024 season. Walker Little's figure is $2.4 million. You're talking about $19.5 million. 19.5. That's the difference between Cam Robinson and Walker Little. In the sense of winning football, you only have to be 1% better, right? You're going to play your best five. If Cam is 1% better than Walker Little, you play him. But I can't overlook the fact that you could say goodbye to this man and bring back $17.5 million that could be used to get the Allen deal done, that could be used to get the Wrigley deal done, that could be used to go out and get a guy like Jeffrey Okudah as a corner, or go out and get one of these young centers, Connor Williams, Mitch Morris, he's not young, he's 28, 29, Lloyd Cushenberry. I don't know. There's a lot of centers that are available. You could get them, okay? Just ask yourself, Cam, and you people, man, you've been way too liberal on Cam. You can't. You're like a drunken third wife. One day you're going this way with Cam. One day you go. Make up your mind, okay? Cam Robinson is the one guy. You don't know what you want. You'll go to bed tonight and you'll wake up tomorrow with a different opinion with Cam Robinson. I've seen it. I listened to you. You've cut him. You said he's overpaid. Next day, oh no, he's the only guy on the team who's got a mean streak. Is he $19.5 million better than Walker Little, who, by the way, this organization has totally screwed? Totally screwed over. He's a left tackle. Played that way at Stanford, all right? You tried to get him to win the job 2 years ago at right tackle. He didn't. Jawan Taylor did. You put him back on the left side because Cam got popped. He played well for 4 games. You think there was a drop-off from Walker Little in those 4 games to when Cam returned? There wasn't. You moved him inside. He got hurt after 11 plays. Here we go again. We don't know what's going to happen. $19.5 million is the difference between Cam Robinson and Walker Little. Again, if he's a 1% better, you play him. But for $19.5 million, don't you go with Walker Little? Don't you address other massive holes in this franchise? I hope it works out with Ezra Cleveland. I saw nothing in 5 games that said to me, you got to bring this man back. Pro Football Focus, do what you want with it. I bragged about Darius Williams, on Monday and him getting cut and how he was the 4th highest ranked cornerback this year, according to Pro Football Focus. And people, no, you can't go on that. You can't go on that because the grades were positive. All right, what about when they're not positive? Ezra Cleveland, according to Pro Football Focus, 46th in pass blocking, 34th in run blocking out of 83 guards. 46th. You do the math. Okay? What are there? 32. There's 64 starting guards in the NFL. This ranking takes you through 83 guards. He's 46th out of, what did I say? There are 64. There's 64 starting guards. He's 46th in pass blocking. He's 34th in run blocking. He's now the 13th highest paid left guard in the NFL. And I get it. That's the market. Anyone who comes up, that's the way it's going to be. But still, you have an offensive line right now that has the 7th highest paid left tackle, the 13th highest paid left guard, the 4th highest paid right guard, who has to get cut, and 2 guys on rookie contracts at center and right tackle. I mean, listen. Brandon Sheriff, he's a warrior. He's a pro's pro. The guy gets hurt. He played through a core injury 2 years ago. He's too tough to come out. He had an ankle a year ago. You're going to pay this guy, what is it, $22 million. He's an actually it's it's a $24 million cap figure. $23,967,000. You're going to pay a right guard $24 million, who has been injured in consecutive seasons. He's tough. He's a pro. I'm sure he helps out the young Anton Harrison. I'm sure he helped out the young Luke Fortner. I mean, look at the return there. I mean, what a mentor. Okay? They're the smartest guys in the room. This is the biggest problem on this football team. It's not quarterback. It's not skill position guys. It's not the interior defensive line, which honestly is lacking. It's not depth at end. It's not even your secondary, which all of a sudden now is going to have to replace 3/5 of your starters from a year ago with Williams, Herndon, and Jenkins gone. It's not linebackers. It's that offensive line. That is the biggest problem on this football team. And they're bringing them all back. Okay? I have to believe that the message in 2023, when this was given directly from Trent Baalke to Shad Khan, sounded like this. We were beaten up. We were injured. Trevor had 5 injuries. Zay went down. Kirk went down. That offensive line, Harrison was hurt in camp. Okay? Sheriff was hurt. He missed time. How many times do you watch the game, you see Sheriff have to take another 5, 6, 7 seconds on the carpet before he pulled himself up? Because he's a beaten up man, but he's a proud man. He wasn't going to ask out, but he's not the same. Okay? His skills have diminished. He's never been a road grader, right? He's been kind of a savvy. He's the NFL version of Frank Tanana, who in the 1970s for the old California Angels threw in the 90s. And then when he still pitched in the 90s, he became crafty and threw in the 70-mile-per-hour range. That's Brandon Sheriff, okay? He's crafty. He's nifty. He's not a power guy. $24 million a year. He was hurt. The left side was all messed up. You tried Barch over there. That didn't work. You moved Little over there. That didn't work. You tried Shatley over there. That didn't work. You traded a 6th-round pick. You brought in Cleveland. He was hurt. He worked with Phil Rauscher in Minnesota. I understand everything that goes along with it, but that's what it had to have been. Trent Baalke saying, this offensive line's okay. Cam gets hurt every year. I'm looking through the crystal ball, okay? Cam's going to be healthy in 2024. Right. Who's going to sign off on that? Ezra Cleveland, a full year under his belt. He's going to be healthy in 2024. It's going to begin to turn for Luke Fortner. He's going to become bigger and stronger, much stronger in 2024. The injuries, they're going to stay away from Brandon Sheriff in 2024. And Anton Harrison had a very good year as a first-round draft pick. He will be fine in year 2 over at right tackle. That is what Trent Baalke must have said to team owner Shad Khan. Again, I want to be crystal clear on this as I get ready to bring in Dave Waddell. I hope I am dead-ass wrong. And I hope you people remind me of it. Okay? I hope I'm wrong. But I think right now, this is a disaster in the making. to say that this offensive line is going to stay the same for this year. My opinion, we'll grab yours as well, 641-1010 on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. All right, opening comments tonight and every night brought to you by Shmunez Vision, known Dr. Neo Shmunez forever. He performed surgery on my right eye 8.5 years ago. Dr. Catherine Shmunez, fellowship trained in cornea, cataract surgery, all refractive surgery. They've also brought in another addition. That is Dr. John Hunt. Welcome to the family over there at Shmunez Vision. What do they all have in common? Well, how about ethics? How about morals? How about consistency? How about doing the right thing? How about instead of just cashing checks, it's far more important to look at people individually and understand that it's not the same for everyone. And this business can be a racket. It really can. I hate to say it, but that is the case. You can be told, oh, look at this. This is the hottest new machine. It costs all this money. We're going to hook you up to it. It's kind of like, let's say you live 2 blocks away from a bar. Makes sense to just walk to that bar, right? Cost effective. These other eye companies, they'll like get you in a spaceship and fly you like way up into the air and then land you at the bar. Far more risk, far more expensive. I mean, keep it simple. That's the way it is at Shmunez Vision. And the best thing you can do is just check them out online. Shmunez Vision, talking about 30 years combined in experience when it comes to laser eye surgery. And again, it's a family practice that really cares about their patients. I certainly am one of those. So check them out online. Just go to Shmunez Vision. Coming up next, let's bring in the grizzled vet, Dave Wydell, former Jaguars center. Let's talk some Jaguars offensive line as he joins Rick Ballou.
This is Barry Sanders.
Sanders still on his feet, and Sanders is gone.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Did you hear what's happening? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are spring cleaning. New inventory on the ground means we need to make more room. Take advantage of huge savings on thousands of vehicles priced to sell. New and pre-owned prices have been reduced and all sales associates have been instructed to give maximum value on all trades. But you better hurry, the best deals go first. Head to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville to take advantage of our spring cleaning sale. We're here to wow you.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Get ahead of the changing season with Fenwick Home Services by scheduling your AC system tune-up now. Their experts will perform a multi-point cleaning and inspection that will breathe new life into your system and help prevent breakdowns. Whether you need routine maintenance, repairs, or are ready for a system upgrade, Fenwick has you covered with 24/7 availability. Book your visit online at FenwickHomeservices.com/1010XL. FenwickHomeservices.com/1010XL.
Find the Celt in you. March 9 and 10 at the St. Augustine Celtic Music and Heritage Festival with 10 top Celtic bands, Highland Games, the original St. Patrick Parade and much more. CelticStAugustine.com.
Hey, Hicken here. You know I'm a hometown guy. There's nothing like home in Jacksonville, Florida. What a great place to live. Spring is here and everything is green and blooming. But that means I'll have to cut the lawn soon. It also means that we'll need to do some deep cleaning inside the house. That's where Zero Res comes in. Zero Res can clean your tile grout, the carpets, the area rug, furniture, and more. Right now, they're offering 25% off tile grout cleaning. Zero Res, man, spelling forwards or backwards. The right way to clean.
Zero Res. Your Jags and the NFL. Jaguars Today. Get personal with your favorite NFL team.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony on 1010XL.
Dave Binion here with my son Ammon, who is the air duct cleaning manager at Zero Res. So Ammon, you may notice a little rattle in my voice and some puffiness in my eyes. That's because allergy season is coming on. Can Zero Res help?
Yes, your health has a lot to do with the air you breathe. A clean and healthy home begins with clean air. At Zero Res, we can help clean the air in your home by cleaning your air ducts, cleaning the coils in your HVAC units, and fogging the system with a powerful antimicrobial that helps kill and control the growth of microorganisms in your air. We also have options for maintaining your clean air with our excellent inline air purifier and UV lights that will help keep your system clean and healthy. At Zero Res, we are more than just air duct cleaners. We're a clean air specialist.
Have Zero Res air duct specialists out, and right now we'll give you $50 off your air duct cleaning, and while we're at it, we'll give you $50 off your dryer vent cleaning. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Florida and Florida State baseball face off at 1-1 Financial Ballpark Tuesday, March 26th for the Fresh from Florida Sunshine Showdown. The annual Florida State versus Florida baseball game is a can't-miss event hosted by Gator Bowl Sports. Tickets on sale now. Act soon. This event sells out quickly. Florida State versus Florida baseball, Tuesday, March 26th at 6 o'clock. Get tickets at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. Growing up at the beach, I know good shrimp and oysters when I see them. They're local and they're fresh. That's why Mayport CNC Fisheries is my go-to for both. They have local shrimp in stock 7 days a week. Eat like a local at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Hey sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon for QC Kinetics. This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you love to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. Set up a free consultation. Call them at 904-274-5522. They've got 2 great locations, Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. Go see them. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you. So you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics. Call them today.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, flowing high and mighty trapped.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I went tonight till 8 o'clock, off tomorrow, getaway day early. Doesn't happen a lot individual days, but that is the case tomorrow. So I'm hate talking over David Crosby and the Birds, especially with such a strong lyric. Well, let's bring him in. He is the former center of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Dave Wydell. Always a lot of fun to bring him onto the program. Hello, David.
It's not going to be any fun tonight, I assure you that.
Uh-oh. What do you have planned? Should I not even ask questions? Just let you go?
Your tease was pretty good. I thought you were overly nice with this group, and I'm glad we're talking about the old line because Trevor Lawrence is never going to become what Trent Baalke or anyone else envisioned him to be behind this offensive line.
Dave, what is the thinking here? And again, you know so much more about the offensive line than I do, but the eye test, the analytics, there's nothing that supports bringing back these 5. Why are they doing it?
Wow, that's a great question that only Trent and Shad can answer. My thoughts. I agree in principle with most of what you said about this offensive line. I will also, let's make this personal, Rick. Rick, you watched me in my football career. You saw me before as a rookie in Dallas, 5 years in Denver, a few of them with my brother, playing for great quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Hall of Fame coaches. You also saw me here toil as a veteran and as an experienced veteran on an expansion team. Do you think, under Tom Coughlin as my head coach and Mike Mazer as my offensive line coach, if my performance ever reached the poor level of any of those 4 out of 5 guys, Antoine Harrison is the man, by the way.
Yeah, I know you're big on him.
We do have one player.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I ever would have kept my job more than about 3 weeks?
Never.
No?
Never.
And so I don't have an answer for you when you ask me the question, why are they staying fixed with what they had last year? I don't know the answer. I don't know what Trent Baalke is thinking and Shad Khan are thinking, but I do know this. Most of those decisions now come as a result of salary cap and money decisions. It used to be in the NFL where your performance determined whether you were playing or not playing, and if your performance fell off drastically, your backup was going to play no matter how much guaranteed money they were paying you.
How much stronger can you get at the age of 26? Because that's the deal with Luke.
Are we talking about Luke?
We are. I lifted weights at Florida State in my teens and 20s, and then that was it for me. But you lifted throughout your career. I know in season it's maintenance. You're not going to get stronger in season. You're just maintaining. How much stronger can he get during this off season at the age of 26?
Can Doug Peterson, a former NFL quarterback and a Super Bowl winning head coach, can he have some courage and say some players are not playing at the level we need them to play at and not offer them an excuse and a crutch like that Luke just has to, we know he's got to get bigger, he's got to get stronger. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what, there's a little too much sensitivity going on here. And we've got players who, number one, are not producing at their expected level of production. Number two, are getting way too much money in their salary to fall into that category and keep an NFL job. And number three, we have no resiliency on that line. Oh, forget about number four, which is not having any toughness or any grit. But I'll tell you what, I watched the Super Bowl champions, and I don't know, their right tackle is the worst right tackle in the league, but they're winning Super Bowls year after year after year.
And that was the case this year with former Jaguar getting $20 million in Jawan Taylor. Talking with former Jaguar Dave Lydell. He goes into the night here with Rick Ballou. I understand that you play the best players, and certainly that is what you do at this level. Cam Robinson's cap figure, $21.9 million. Walker Little, $2.4. That's $19.5 million, Dave. I mean, is there that much of a difference between Cam Robinson, who I think you can't rely on because he gets injured every year? He missed 8 games last year if you include the 4 that he was suspended. But you could bring back $17.5 million to go out and get yourself another offensive lineman or position player to help one of the many holes that this team has.
Do we need to go back and look at the game film and all the injuries that Trevor suffered this year and find out who's responsible for them? I'll tell you what, there is no big difference in that level of play. And when you factor in the reliability of Cam, I don't know why he's still on this team. Then again, I don't know why Sheriff is still on this team, although I did like your description of him being an old warrior. The bottom line is this. I don't know. The 5 guys that we played with under the tutelage of Coughlin and Mazer would not have remained in their positions playing the way this group has, sans Antoine Harrison. And please do not promote moving him to left tackle. I don't want to hear Trent Baalke or Doug Peterson or Phil Rosser doesn't get to say anything because he won't have a job after next year. He should not be converted to left tackle. He is an outstanding right tackle. Don't you think Patrick Mahomes would love to have a right tackle that played like that?
Mm-hmm.
So there is value, but you do have holes in this offensive line, and it will be a cardinal sin, I fear, probably midway through the 2024 season if this line remains intact.
Kind of one question on X's and O's, Dave. This team, a variety of offensive lines, zone blocking, gap responsibility, some man. Can you command what you want to do with your offensive line scheme, or does it depend upon the defense that you're facing?
Pretty good question these days. If you watch the pass blocking ability of the NFL as a whole, it is drastically different than it was 10 years ago. I'm not even going to go back to when Baselli, Leon Searcy, and I were playing. It is drastically reduced. It is awful. Quarterbacks are under duress constantly. Only the most resilient and the guys that can avoid rushes and gain yardage and save plays like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are going to survive in this league. That's how bad it is. But your question is this. You've got a tiny back there. You're certainly not committed to the run. Even when you are successful rushing the ball, this team veers away from that tactic. So I'm not sure what they want. What it seems to me is they want to be able to push the ball downfield. They want to be able to throw it around. They want to be able to do novelty trick plays that Doug Peterson has been known for before and actually won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. The bottom line is there is I can't identify what they want to do. And then, even worse, is I'm not sure they have the ability and the talent to play the way that Doug Peterson may want to play.
Well, I think for Jaguar fans, their lasting memory is at goal line. I mean, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and they didn't even attempt to run the ball. They didn't even attempt to pick it up on the ground. And
that is awful, and you lose the confidence of the fan base. You lose the confidence inside the locker room. And, hey, we've got a former Jaguar potential Hall of Famer that probably isn't getting in anytime soon because he was deficient inside the 5-yard line. And I love Fred Taylor. But Tom Coughlin knew that Fred Taylor had a deficiency. It wasn't the offensive line that they denied Fred Taylor the opportunity to rush the ball inside the 5. They still handed it off. Last time I checked, they handed it off to Greg Jones.
Yeah.
So, you know what? As a head coach, you have to be able to convince your owner that you know football. Number 2, not be swayed by salary details. And number 3, be able to admit that you may have a Hall of Fame type running back, but guess what? He's just not really good inside the 5. This head coach and this general manager need to admit that they suck in some areas. They need to get better, or this quarterback is never going to be the guy they hoped him to be.
All right, leave us with this. What are you paying Josh Allen? What does it take to bring back Calvin Ridley?
What am I paying? The team's already decided that they're not going to pay him $100 million. They have franchised him. And I don't know. I talked to a lot of insider guys in the NFL, some that may have even coached players that we're talking about. And I think what would help your listeners with this decision is go look on the internet. And I don't know if it was Jacksonville, Jaguar Country, or Black and Teal. Someone has the entire sack reel for Josh Allen in 2023. if you look closely, you'll notice that those 16.5 sacks, that a third of them, no one was assigned to Josh Allen, or someone forgot to block the most impressive pass rusher on the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive front. And you know who takes that into consideration when placing a value on a player?
Yeah, the players,
general managers,
the agent, obviously.
Personnel managers. Well, no, the agent's going to always say, go back to,
right.
We had 16.5 sacks. How many other people in this league had 16.5 sacks?
Yeah,
you
17,
have to put a value on that and determine that, well,
that's interesting. I remember Anthony Richardson. Right, I remember AR running out of bounds, but I would have to look back on that. I'll look for that. I appreciate that.
You need to go look at that reel. I think it's very, very telling, and I think it's the reason that they have not found a way to pay Josh Allen 80 to 90 to, I'm sure, the $100 million that Drew Rosenhaus is asking for.
Dave, always a lot of fun. Thank you as always.
Great show. Rick, see you.
There he goes, Dave Weidel, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Appreciate his honesty. Love his honesty. Always love Weidel. I sound like a broken record. I know, JJ, you've heard me say it a million times, but when I learned in this business and started covering the NFL after coming over from Tallahassee and being under, covering Bobby Bowden in Florida State, the offensive line to me was always it. And it's not because I have a relationship with Weidel and a relationship with Cersei and a relationship with Tony Baselli, okay, and some others. Greg Huntington's a good friend of mine. He wasn't there nearly as long. But that to me, that is the backbone of your organization. Weidel talked about being in Denver with his brother. There was a time in Denver where they didn't even speak to the media. Okay, and, Hall of Famers in Dallas. And I loved it. I credited them. They never ran into the training room when the media came in. I mean, win or lose, they answered them all. I got to put Ben Coleman on that list. Ben Coleman was one of my all-time favorite Jaguars. Always there to answer questions. And in our business, that's what you want, right? I mean, I'm going to talk about it anyway. But it's always great to get it from them. So it's what I want. I'd rather have that than 1,000-yard wide receivers, 1,000-yard backs, quarterbacks throwing for 4,000 yards, guys having 17.5 sacks, guys having 6, 7, 8 interceptions. I would rather have an offensive line. When you think the Jacksonville Jaguars, you think the offensive line. And that's where you become a man as a football team. That's where you become tough as a football team. And this organization hasn't had it for a very long time. And I hate it. I do. Jacksonville, if you have not heard, Ezra Cleveland, 3 years, $28.5 million, $14.5 guaranteed. You know what? It's a pretty good deal if he's productive. Again, I'm going to put up my hand. I hope I'm wrong. I want you to understand this. I'm not trying to prove a point where I can walk around and act like I was right, they were wrong. No. I want to be wrong here. I want to be wrong because I want you as Jaguar fans to enjoy it and to go to work on Monday and not be all upset because the Jaguars lost the football game and, it's third. I mean, look at that Tennessee game. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. They didn't even attempt to run the football. You need to pick up 1 yard. 1 yard. You use the second rounder on Tank. You have Travis Etienne. You have this entire offensive line, and they're bringing back this line. So, what? They're going to get stronger now? Is it health? What is it? It's a major mystery to me. We'll get your thoughts on it as well. 641-1010 if you would like to join us on the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Thank you to Patriot Roofing Services. Had a lot of conversations about this with Mark Tuzzola at Patriot Roofing. Whether it's your home or your business, if you need a new roof or you need a repair to your current roof, gutters, sun tubes, skylights, 10-year workmanship warranty, financing available, discounts for military and senior citizens, no subcontractors, so you're straight with Mark throughout the entire process, licensed and insured. Give him a call, 982-4052, 982-4052, or better yet, just check him out online at Patriot Roofing. Again, your home or business, if you need a new roof or you need your current roof repaired, go to Patriot Roofing. We got much more to do. We roll till 8 o'clock right here on this Thursday alongside JJ LaSalva. My name is Rick Ballou.
Your home for Gators Hoops is 1010XL.
The Gators finish the regular season in Music City, Florida Vanderbilt, Saturday at 4 on 1010XL.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Get ready for the Players' Championship, March 12th through 17th at TPC Sawgrass. Don't miss your chance to watch the PGA Tour's best compete to etch their name in history while enjoying a vibrant social scene. From local bites to the latest merchandise available in the PGA Tour fan shop, the Players offers the ultimate experience for everyone to enjoy. Secure your spot today. Tickets are on sale now at theplayers.com.
Exciting news from Leonard Truck Accessories in Jacksonville on Blanding Boulevard. Stocking brands like Real Truck, UWS, WeatherGuard, carry-on trailers, and more. The best deals with the best prices only at Leonard Truck Accessories on Blanding Boulevard. Leonard, your truck, your style.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 7th, 2016, Peyton Manning announces his retirement from the NFL after 13 seasons with the Colts and 4 with the Broncos.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden chance to score a deal that will make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment.
Frank Franzi here for Stanley Pools. There's a reason so many of my friends and our listeners have had Stanley Pools build their pools and now maintain their pools, because Stanley Pools truly cares about their customers. Stanley Pools is locally owned and has been serving our community for 35 years. For all of your pool needs, call Stanley Pools at 269-7277. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools. 269-7277, or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, obviously you don't know me as well as you think you do. That being you, JJ LaSalva. Do you know what this is right here? When they play tomorrow night during the Billy Joel.
A beer song? A PN song?
Yeah. This is a go to the lavatory and pick up 2 Miller Lights song.
What about scenes from an Italian
love
restaurant?
It. Absolutely
okay.
love it. This is the only Billy Joel song I just can't do anymore. There's probably a list of
Vienna, one of my favorites.
Like 50. Captain Jack's my favorite. I don't know if we'll play it, but it's probably a list of like 50 songs I just can't listen to anymore. And I used to love this song. I used to love American Pie. I still love my music. 70s, 80s, some late 60s.
American Pie.
I can't do Don McLean American Pie anymore.
Yeah,
I just can't do it. You know?
What about like anyone from an artist that you absolutely? I mean, I guess you like Billy Joel, but is there a U2 song that you're just like?
You know what? If they play Sunday Bloody Sunday,
okay,
lavatory, and a couple of beers. If they Desire, you know. Now, this is great. I mean, this is classic Billy Joel.
Now, when you went to the Sphere, I haven't talked to you since.
Yeah.
I know you like to time up your drinks so you're not constantly in the bathroom, missing the entire show. Was that possible?
It was.
Okay, good.
And I had really good seats, and I was on the aisle.
Oh, perfect for a guy like you and me.
Yeah. And
in and out.
And the beers were 24-ounce cans.
Wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
That's all they sell.
They're $48 a piece.
I think that's all they sell. No, it was wonderful, and it was so clean. And, the way they build these facilities now, I mean, there's restrooms all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Very comfortable.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, for those of you who don't know, and this was 10 years ago, but one of the most frustrating events I've been to was the Rose Bowl when Florida State beat Auburn. And I did go as a fan. I did not go to that national championship game as a member of the media. I went with the late Jim Kane, the Godfather, and we actually stayed in Vegas and took a party bus to Los Angeles. But I consumed a lot of alcohol. And, I'm one of those guys, and not too much because I want to be able to understand the game. Right, but I think I can handle my Miller Lite fairly well if I'm not mixing in anything with it. But once the seal gets broken, that's that. And it was like midway through the first quarter, and I was like, I can't hold it anymore. Well, I went underneath, man. I didn't realize it was like the old Boston Garden or like Wrigley Field or Fenway Park. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
I have to walk around the whole stadium.
You got to find a bathroom. There's a long line. As a matter of fact, I stopped drinking because I didn't want to have to go back to the lavatory. I didn't want to go back to the bathroom.
Been there.
But you go underneath. There's no radio. There's no TV. And all you do is you hear the crowd. And this was 10 years ago where you can't pick up anything on your cell phone as far as what's going on in the game because everyone is – I don't know what it was. They didn't have enough towers out there. I mean, you would think in the second media market in the world that would be taken care of. But when you put 80,000 people in one place, so I can't pull it up on my phone. You can't listen to it on the radio. You can't see any TV screens. You hear the crowd go nuts, and you're like, what happened? Is that Auburn? Is that Florida State? Is that Florida State? Is that Auburn? So that's frustrating.
I heard that they're using talk about old, the Coliseum. They're using it for important events in the 2028 Olympics coming to Los Angeles. I'm like, can we retire it from big events? We have SoFi now.
Yeah, The Coliseum, I don't know if they used the Rose Bowl for it. The Coliseum they did.
Oh, that's true. I'm not sure. I think I'm confusing them which one they're using.
Rose Bowl's in a nice neighborhood.
Is it? Okay.
And it's actually, you kind of park on a golf course, which is right there. The Coliseum is in an awful neighborhood. The best way I could explain that to you is like the old Orange Bowl.
Yeah, little Havana, basically. Rough.
Yeah, you want to.
Don't stray too far from
have your head
car.
on a
Absolutely.
Have your head on a swivel coming out of the Los Angeles Coliseum. I was lucky enough to go to there 4 times in the early 2000s. All right, I would go back every year for USC, UCLA, and we were the home of the USC Trojans when I was in Chicago. That was AM 1540 in LA, a really good radio station, and I enjoyed it going back to Los Angeles every year for that rivalry. I want to say USC won all 7 of those games.
Back then, they were running college football, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They were just dominant.
And UCLA was in a bad place.
Yeah, they really were. I'm trying to remember the quarterback I used to have on every week from UCLA. That name escapes me. He never really made it into the NFL, but anyway, that was then. This is now. Let's get ready for hour number 2. We got plenty to do in our second hour. My goodness, the text line is absolutely burning up. We're going to get to your thoughts, 641-1010, if you'd like to join us. Again, that is on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
It begins with a dream.
Cinderella Starry, a former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion.
It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
1010XL.
It's in the hole!
92.5 FM.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Dave Binion here with my son Ammon, who is the air duct cleaning manager at Zero Res. So Ammon, you may notice a little rattle in my voice and some puffiness in my eyes. That's because allergy season is coming on. Can Zero Res help?
Yes, your health has a lot to do with the air you breathe. A clean and healthy home begins with clean air. At Zero Res, we can help clean the air in your home by cleaning your air ducts, cleaning the coils in your HVAC units, and fogging the system with a powerful antimicrobial that helps kill and control the growth of microorganisms in your air. We also have options for maintaining your clean air with our excellent inline air purifier and UV lights that will help keep your system clean and healthy. At Zero Res, we are more than just air duct cleaners. We're a clean air specialist.
Have Zero Res air duct specialists out, and right now we'll give you $50 off your air duct cleaning, and while we're at it, we'll give you $50 off your dryer vent cleaning. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail, and the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Good friends and great memories. Everybody hopes to have a bunch of them. The best way to make more is when you're out for a good time, keep an eye on your friends and make sure everyone gets home safe. Anheuser-Busch reminding you to always drink responsibly.
the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I9 Sports love giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing sports. Summer and fall registration is underway, and if you log on to i9sports.com, you'll see all they've got to offer for kids 3 and up. And don't forget to enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount on registration. Year-round sports all across the First Coast, from St. John's, Duval to Clay. Summer and fall registration open right now. Fort Family Field in Westside Middle, or online at i9sports.com. Get your kids in the game with I9.
Florida and Florida State baseball face off at 1-1 Financial Ballpark Tuesday, March 26th for the Fresh from Florida Sunshine Showdown. The annual Florida State versus Florida baseball game is a can't-miss event hosted by Gator Bowl Sports. Tickets on sale now. Act soon. This event sells out quickly. Florida State versus Florida baseball, Tuesday, March 26th at 6 o'clock. Get tickets at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
Superior Fence and Rail knows about exceptional customer service. From the first call to the final inspection, Superior's team provides first-class care with great communication, friendly installers, and quality fence products. There's a reason why Superior is the top-rated fence company in Jacksonville. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your new fence today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. I know Honda, they're so cool on the road and off the road, but guess what? Tell them about them being on the water.
There is an all-new Honda boat coming out. We went out and partnered with Scout, who's been making the finest holes in the business for years. They're fuel-efficient, dynamic, and class-leading.
So Honda is in the boat business, and you will see boats coming to Cycles of Jacksonville soon.
We will have them in the spring, ready to go.
CyclesofJacksonville.com. Keep track of all of it. Find them on Atlantic near Regency.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now don't touch the knobs, because I think we're going to have some fun with this one here. Oh, yeah. You got to give it to me.
Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Happy 78th birthday, Peter Wolf, with the legendary Jake Giles Band, which the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame refuses to endorse and put in. Instead, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Janet Jackson into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Her along with Sinead O'Connor. But Peter Wolf, man, one of the great stories of all time. He was a DJ. He was a disc jockey in Boston and one of the great radio stations, rock and roll stations of all time, WBCN. And they put together a garage band. Thing took off. He was also married to Faye Dunaway, right? Faye Dunaway from Tallahassee. She went to Florida State. She went to Florida. I believe she graduated from Boston University. But you ever seen Barfly?
I haven't.
Oh. I mean, late 80s, 86, 87, 88. It's like the normal.
Yeah, 87.
Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke.
Normal.
Well, I mean, what happened to Mickey Rourke? I mean,
a lot.
I mean,
drugs and facial surgeries.
But he got like, I mean, like I loved him in Wrestler, but he got like so muscle bound. I mean, he was kind of a, he's kind of a lean. I don't know what you would call him, but Barfly, that's a Francis Ford Coppola movie, and it's really dark. But all he does is go to bars, and he can't afford drinks, and he ends up fighting people. And
he down and out writer, whatever his name is, spends his nights drinking and picking brawls at a dingy L.A. watering hole.
It's sensational. There's a lot of really good character actors. I probably haven't seen this movie in 25 years.
Frank Stallone.
Did he sing the soundtrack to it? I'm going to go back and watch this, though, here during, as we head towards the summer. That was a good movie. If you're looking for something to watch, give that one a shot. Barfly. You said it came out in 1987?
Correct.
Mickey Rourke and Faye Dunaway. Mm-hmm.
Semi-autobiography of Charles Bukowski.
Okay. Not familiar.
He's like a writer guy, poet.
Yeah. Good stuff. Loved it. Ballou, I remember you. This is from the 8340. Ballou, I remember last night you said the PGA Tour needs more characters. Ever since you pointed out Rory hanging on to that stupid club, you, sir, have created a new villain for this fan. Yeah, his release point, his follow through. It's just so arrogant. It is. I'm probably the only person in the world who thinks that. Actually, we got another one here. The 8340 thinks that. But, that's where the old school of me comes out. Go watch Bobby Jones. Go watch Sam Snead. Go watch Gene Sarazen. Go watch Arnold Palmer. Go watch Jack Nicklaus. Go watch Lee Trevino. Go watch Tiger Woods. Okay? They swing the club. They follow through and they drop the club. Rory hangs on to that release and follow through for 8, 9, 10 seconds. Oh, it's just so arrogant. But anyway, he's Rory. He can do whatever the heck he wants to do, right?
Is he playing this week?
I saw him at +2.
He's one over.
Yeah.
Tied 49th.
A little bit earlier today, I saw that he was struggling.
Shane Lowry, our sole leader at 6 under, followed by Hideki Matsuyama, one of my faves.
All the stars. They're out. It's a good field.
It is, which, with this tournament, you usually get some big names sitting out just because next week, but everyone looks like they're playing. Scotty Scheffler, 2 under, tied 20th. Let's see other bigger names. Zalatoris, man, look for him this year after sitting out all of last year. He's tied 8th, 3 under. Morikawa's 2 under.
34 players in red figures on the par 72. 34. Wow. They went low today. No doubt about it. You mentioned Morikawa, 70 -2. Scheffler, of course, won here a year ago. How great will it be 1 week from tonight, broadcasting live from the Players? We'll be out there all week, the entire radio station.
The weather's supposed to be phenomenal.
And that's all you can ask for. But this is a good leaderboard. You've got Day, the resurgence of Jason Day. You also, on the Live Tour, you have the resurgence of Anthony Kim, who was like +98 in his return. Actually, you were gone. I
didn't know he came back.
Yes, after I think it was like 14. I don't know. And
a long ass.
I interviewed him years ago. He's a really nice kid, and I looked at him. He's dwarfed a little bit into a Mickey Rourke. I looked at him. I was like, damn,
dude. He's always like when
Anthony
Tiger
Kim, man. He's he's at the turn. He's bench pressing 225 15 times.
So when 12 years, by the way, first pro star. When Tiger was like BFFs with Anthony Kim, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
There was always those rumors like, dang, they both got pretty beefy. Like hint, hint.
That would have been the biggest story.
PEDs.
That would have been one of the biggest stories in the history of sports if Tiger Woods got popped.
Oh, yeah. That's why even if he got tested positive, there's no way they would come out with that. By the way, is this field this week? This must be one of their new elevated events, which explains why everyone's playing, because there's only 69 guys in the field.
Yeah. Yeah. And there is a cut.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah. There is a cut, but there's only 69. And, you just got back from your honeymoon, but over the weekend, I found myself watching Live over the PGA Tour. Now, with volume, I had them both on, along with some hoops.
Who won?
And some hockey. Neiman won.
Again.
Yeah, but
he's got like a special exemption to the Masters.
It was more attractive to there were more big-name, recognizable golfers on the Live Tour. And, sometimes you can't control the way that your brain works. You can try to force something at you, but it was a better feel. It was a better watch.
Now, this week, it's probably about even.
Yeah, they're out in Hong Kong.
But if you're a late-night guy, Rick, at 11:30 tonight.
No, I'm getting after it tonight.
On YouTube and CW. Check out Live Golf live from Hong Kong.
Got an off day tomorrow. Brian Harmon, I saw him last week as well. He was out I had an opportunity to go out to and play the Valley course at Sawgrass. Not the stadium where the tournament will begin tomorrow, but the Valley. And Brian Harmon was out there with the Claret Jug. It was pretty cool. First time I've ever seen.
I forgot he won that.
The Claret Jug up close and personal. So there you have it. Yeah, this is a pretty good leaderboard. Shane Lowry, he had the lead at one point over the weekend. Let it go. Justin Lauer, a stroke out. Matsuyama. Then at 4 under, you got Russell Henley, Sam Burns, Lee Hodges.
Yeah, that's a great field.
Tagala, Luke List, Zalatoris. So,
which we knew this would happen when they started making those, shorter field, bigger money events, whatever they call those events, that they were going to make these guys play. Like now they have to play, don't they, in a certain amount of the events. So, yeah, they did. This was a big response to Live, and it's working.
55-30 Ballou. We suck on short yardage because Fortnite gets blown back 5 yards every play. Absolutely. Why do you think I holler about this all the time? I don't have anything personal against Luke Fortner. My eyes are like your eyes. There's no defense. There isn't. And they have to address this. They absolutely have to address it. Your quarterback's getting killed. You can't run the football. They had 41 sacks last year. And think of how many times Trevor Lawrence avoided sacks. 1/4 of their carries hit at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. As a team, they averaged 3.6 a carry, 31st in the NFL. ETN went from 5.1 to 3.8. I had a conversation yesterday with a couple of different NFL people that I won't put their name on it, but it came up with Travis Etienne and that March 2nd deadline to put a 5th year on him. It's a team-only option that only first-rounders get, right? And obviously they're going to do it with Trevor Lawrence. I'm part of the camp that believes, yes, he only cost you $6.1 million, very affordable in 2025. Pick up that 5th year option. 2 different people I talked with said they're not going to do it. They're not. It's going to be Bigsby, and they're going to get someone else. And take it for what it is. That was not a bulky pick, right? That was after the Jalen trade. That was, I can't for the life of me believe that Travis Etienne was a bulky pick. That was an Urban Meyer pick in my... Now, I could be dead wrong here. The flip side, we see last year, the Bigsby pick became that much more surprising because of that real reason. But by 2025, there's a lot of people out there who believe that Tank Bigsby is absolutely going to be your main ball carrier. And I have high hopes for both. I think the workload needs to lessen for Etienne. He was 3rd in touches. He needs less carries. The only way that that's going to happen is obvious maturity by Tank Bigsby. This is a very important off-season. We talk about this offensive line and how they need to gel and stay healthy and get stronger. Same applies here for Tank Bigsby. some of you have given up on him. A lot of you have given up on him. I want you to kind of hold back on that. I think an entire offseason, he's going to be okay. He's got to hang on to the ball, but he's got to get his head on straight, right? He came here with that reputation for going out of bounds against Bama, where Auburn could have won if he just fell inbounds. He's got to carry that with him for the rest of his life. I mean, that's like a Bill Buckner era or a Chris Webber timeout in the state of Alabama. It may not register here as much, but it certainly does over there. I don't want to give up on Tank Bigsby. Use a third-round pick on him. I think he's going to be okay, but he's going to have to be a very important offseason. All right, let's take a quick break. Why don't we do that? Let's come back. Let's grab some more on this. Jacksonville today signed Ezra Cleveland, $28.5 million over 3 years, $14.5 million guaranteed. Not a fan of this. Hope I'm wrong, okay, but I'm not a fan at all. They also signed Daniel Thomas today. $4 million over 2 years with incentives, an opportunity to make $6 million. You know, this is a really good move if you look at what he has done special teams-wise. He's been a gunner here for years. He had been a gunner opposite Chris Claybrooks for quite some time. Obviously, Claybrooks, because of his off-the-field issues, could not get on the active roster, was not able to play this past season for Jacksonville. But Daniel Thomas only gave Jacksonville 14 defensive snaps in 17 games. Jacksonville is really thin at safety, okay? Final year of the contract for Andre Sisco. All of this talk of Antonio Johnson going to safety, which I'm a big fan of. The fifth rounder, I think, can play. And we watched last year after he came back from the hamstring injury that he primarily was a nickel cover. Now he is going to become a safety. So I don't want to say he's completely learning a new position, but with a new scheme in Ryan Nielsen, in a way he is. So there's a question mark. Who are your backup safeties? Dewey and Daniel Thomas. Again, 14 snaps for Daniel Thomas. Say whatever you want about Rayshawn Jenkins, who's no longer here. The man was durable. The guy played just about every play. He really did. And Wingard actually got most of his snaps against like Baltimore and some other teams when they went to a 3-safety look. So, I mean, Sisco and Jenkins, a lot of snaps out of those two at the safety position. So, yeah, depth for Daniel Thomas, but let's be honest here. He's a special teamer. He's a guy that you do not want to have to plug in as a safety. I think it's a good deal. $2 million a year, yeah. It's a guy that's going to be on your game day roster and primarily is going to be asked to be a leader with your special team. So that is a signing I do agree with there with Trent Baalke. All right, much more to do. Take you up till 8 o'clock tonight. Hacker will join you then.
We saw the games.
A tremendous return. It's first and goal, Jacksonville.
And we love to talk about it.
Really changed the course of the game.
1010XL.
Ballou for Shinatri Chiropractic. They've helped me get rid of my headaches and pain in my neck and back. Are you suffering from an auto accident? What about TMJ pain? Headaches associated with jaw clenching, grinding of the teeth, or stress-related disorders? Shinatri Chiropractic has a physical therapist on staff for rehabilitation, quality chiropractic care, dry needling, massage, and acupuncture. Call 743-6700 or go to ShinatriDC.com.
After consulting with several orthopedic specialists about my constant knee pain, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Chris Swanson to handle my surgery. Their professionalism let me know this team was the one for me. The surgery was very successful, and if I ever have a future need, I'll continue to trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to take care of me.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman. We bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services on 1010XL.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
For Canine Veterans Day, Navy Mutual would like to salute all active and retired canines that have served our country. Canine Veterans Day has been officially designated as a day to honor these unique members of our military. America salutes you.
Bueller Air Conditioning presents Are You Cool?
Today's lucky contestant, a cheese negotiator from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Margaret Drent.
How do you like my costume, Bob? I'm Gruyere.
Well, you smell great, Margaret. But here's your question. What's wrong with your air conditioner when you hear this sound?
Oh, that's a toughie. Are you sure you don't want me to tell you the suggested retail price of a box of Rice-A-Roni?
5 seconds, Margaret.
Is it a compressor motor starter failure?
That's right, Margaret. And if you call the coolness experts at Bueller Air Conditioning, we can fix that faulty AC to make sure that you are cool.
It's surprisingly stuffy inside a giant cheese.
You signed the waiver, Margaret.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Get ready for the Players' Championship, March 12th through 17th at TPC Sawgrass. Don't miss your chance to watch the PGA Tour's best compete to etch their name in history while enjoying a vibrant social scene. From local bites to the latest merchandise available in the PGA Tour fan shop, the Players offers the ultimate experience for everyone to enjoy. Secure your spot today. Tickets are on sale now at theplayers.com.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World. Simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Find the Celt in you. March 9 and 10 at the St. Augustine Celtic Music and Heritage Festival with 10 top Celtic bands, Highland Games, the original St. Patrick Parade and much more. CelticStAugustine.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
With you tonight till 8 o'clock, off tomorrow, back Monday, all next week. 6 o'clock, and we'll be live from the Players' Championship Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hopefully the weather will do its part. Should be a great week out there. Always a blast. And how busy are we going to be with legal tampering beginning on Monday, then the league year beginning on Wednesday. It all wraps up with a St. Patrick's Day party Sunday at the Players. I mean, and I'm going to be struggling after a Saturday night at the St. Aug Amp with Tedeschi Trucks. Their tour ongoing right now. I think they're heading through like Virginia. I looked it up the other night, went back and forth with Derek. Of course, the knucklehead I am, well, he's playing tonight, and he's been playing every night this week, but they're off tomorrow, so I schedule an interview for him tomorrow at 6:25, and, of course, I'm off.
Yeah, they're in D.C., Baltimore, Virginia, St. Aug, March 16th, and then Australia.
Yeah. So last cons, they're going to be here for a little bit, and then they're heading down under.
Yeah,
Just played some
like
AC/DC. That was a good pull. Australians AC/DC, who, by the way, they're going out on the road.
Are they? Wow.
Just not here. They're going. I think they're playing all throughout Europe.
Like a world. See, I mean, we were talking earlier about my flight to Europe, which didn't seem so bad. Now try Australia.
No.
We're talking like 24 hours in the plane.
Nope. No way. Don't need to do it.
We have beaches here.
Absolutely
we even have a
do.
Melbourne here. You can drive there.
Mm-hmm. I've played golf out in Melbourne.
I used to live in Melbourne for 2 years. I love it there.
Right? Always
Cocoa Beach.
Heck yeah. Big fan. Down 95.
Hell yeah. It's a great beach, and it's not touristy, and I love that place.
Mm-hmm. 59-51, Rick. I'm going to go off the reservation on this one. No offensive line. If I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm looking for a trade where I can win a Super Bowl. Plenty of teams that would take him. Hate your way of thinking there. But, it's been planted. They're walking back this offensive line. I think it's a brutal mistake. I hope we don't sit here in a year and wonder whether or not he's still the guy. I mean, they can get away with it for another year because you can pick up that fifth-year option and have him play for $17.1 million. You don't have to give him the astronomical $35-40 million, and it's going to go up every year. And you shouldn't feel bad about paying it as long as you know that he is the guy. And for me, it's always been about the offensive line. And then outside of the offensive line, it's about getting him a bigger target, right? He had big targets, Higgins, Ross. He had big guys at Clemson, 6'3.5", 6'4". He didn't have a big guy here. And a guy who's going to get more snaps now if Wrigley's gone is Parker Washington, who's what, 5'10", 5'10.5"? I don't know if they can land a big-bodied wide receiver via free agency. Is that the way they're going to go in the NFL draft? I think a lot of you out there at 17 would love a wide receiver. If not, you would certainly love a cornerback. Here we are 49 days away from the draft, and it's over for me. I mean, all of this, offensive line, get the best offensive line available, get the best center. I mean, that's gone. It's like a waste of time for me to even mention that anymore. I don't see Trevor's not that type of guy. I don't see it. And again, think about how much worse it could be around here. What if Trevor was like, pay me? Herbert got paid, Hurts got paid, everyone got paid, right? Burrow got paid. It's time for me to get paid. Pay me. What if he had that attitude? I'm not going to show up unless you pay me. He's never done any of that. Now, whether or not he's earned that paycheck, I frankly don't believe he has. I've waned on him a little bit in a year. My confidence level has dropped in him compared to last year at this time. But the primary reason is because of that offensive line. That's why I want to be able to figure this out. And I think the only way you can figure it out is give him a great offensive line. If they don't give him a great offensive line and guys start going down again, it's going to be same old, same old. You're going to be around 500, sure. But the guy's going to get crushed. And Cam Robinson can't stay healthy. Brandon Sheriff is beaten up. Ezra Cleveland came over here, wasn't 100%. Anton Harrison had an injury back in training camp. It's certainly not comforting. Do you think we should cut Zay Jones? Yeah, I would. I'd wait June 1st. There's no hurry to do it right now. Let me tell you why. You're going to eat $6.5 million, and you're only going to bring in $4.1 million. you can't do an awful lot with $4.1 million. And Jacksonville already ate $9 million in the release of Big Foley. I mean, they're sitting right here now at $17,722,000. They're nearly $18 million in dead cap. And, that applies against a $255.4 million salary cap figure. It makes more sense to figure out what this team is able to do next week in free agency, what they're able to do in 49 days during the NFL draft, and then you can decide whether or not to keep Zay Jones or cut him. And if you are to make that move post-June 1st, look at how the figures change. All right? The 10.7 cap figure for Zay Jones, you only eat $3 million and you bring back $7,735,000. And some of you may say, and I understand the question, well, yeah, okay, you bring back an additional, $3.5 million then, but you're not going to be able to get any of these players because they've already gone to other teams. I get it. But that additional $7.7 million could be there to solidify the Josh Allen contract before July 15th in the deadline. Or maybe you want to get a deal done with Tyson Campbell. Maybe you want to get a deal done with Andre Cisco. Did you see the Jalen Johnson deal today? Right after the franchise tag, he got $54.4 million guaranteed from the Chicago Bears. That's more guaranteed money than Jalen Ramsey got in Miami. So congratulations to the Bears right after the franchise tag. Able to get that done, this week. So Zay Jones, to me, is a question mark. It doesn't make a lot of sense to say goodbye to him right now, financially speaking. They're under the cap. You're just not recouping enough. And if Zay can play, he's a solid number 3 guy, right? And if you lose Calvin, in my mind, Calvin's a 2. He's going to get paid like a 1. Christian Kirk's the best wide receiver on this team. You're going to have to restructure that contract, right? You're going to have to restructure him and Foye. I mean, Aluakon's got a cap figure of $21,750,000. Christian Kirk's got a cap figure of $24,236,000. You have to restructure those 2 contracts. I hope they restructure them by Monday. I hope they restructure them this weekend to create millions and millions and millions. I mean, Jacksonville, according to overthecap.com, is $24.5 million. That doesn't put into context the official numbers on Ezra Cleveland. How much of that was a bonus? How much is the cap hit going to be in year 1? My guess it'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of like $3 to $4 million this year because he got a sizable signing bonus. The Daniel Thomas deal will have very little factor to this. It'll be $1 million, right? 2 years, $4 million. How much of that was a bonus? That cap figure is going to be almost obsolete. And they got some other decisions they're going to have to make with that, like a Gregory Jr., who's an exclusive franchise tag player, an exclusive free agent. Jacksonville has a right of first refusal. They're not going to let him go anywhere. Heck, he could be battling as your starting nickel. But he's going to cost a little bit. Probably cost close to $1 million.
We do have Ian Rappaport. This is about 10 minutes ago. The Jags are closing in on restructuring the contract of Brandon Sheriff, allowing them to keep a big part of their O-line in Jacksonville. Sheriff had a cap number of $24 million. So a big day for the guards in Jacksonville.
Any numbers on that for Rapp? Was it Rapp or Sheriff?
Rappaport. No, just that he had a cap number of $24 million.
Yeah. And it's scary. I mean, if they were to cut him right now, actually, I want to bring in Rafael Esparza. Let's do that. But he's got a cap figure of $24 million. If they cut him right now, half of that would be dead cap money, 14.8. You'd only recoup $9 million. Again, post June 1st, if you were to cut Brandon Sheriff, that $14 million would go to $7.4 million. You'd recoup $16.5 million. But it's been really the theme of what we've been talking about all week and all tonight. They're walking back this entire offensive line. It's going to happen. Ezra Cleveland, Cam Robinson, Ezra Cleveland, Luke Fortner, Brandon Sheriff, Anton Harrison. It's all coming together, whether you like it or not. The Jaguars' offensive line intact for the 2024 season.
It's the week everyone is a golf fan.
At 17 in Players Championship.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Brought to you by JTM Comfort Services, Vaughn Motor Group, and Atlantic Self Storage.
On 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Did you hear what's happening? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are spring cleaning. New inventory on the ground means we need to make more room. Take advantage of huge savings on thousands of vehicles priced to sell. New and pre-owned prices have been reduced, and all sales associates have been instructed to give maximum value on all trades. But you better hurry. The best deals go first. Head to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville to take advantage of our spring cleaning sale. We're here to wow you.
Attention golf enthusiasts. Get ready to swing into action at the Rolling Red Pro Golf Tour at Deer Creek Country Club April 10th to the 12th. It's a charity pro-am event benefiting the Wounded Warrior Project. Rub shoulders with real touring pros, explore the outdoor expo, and indulge in a banquet meal. Want to play alongside a future PGA Tour player? Sign up now at rollingredgolftour.com. Spectators welcome and sponsor packages available. That's rollingredgolftour.com.
It's the 60th Bob Hayes Invitational Track Meet, March 14 through 16. Track events will be held at Hodges Stadium on the campus of UNF. Thursday, March 14, the annual Hall of Fame Gala at the Potter's House International. Friday, March 15, the first collegiate meet at 10 a.m. and the Coach Day Middle School Track Meet, 5 p.m. On Saturday, March 16, the annual Bob Hayes Invitational Track and Field Meet at 8:30 a.m. at Hodges Stadium. For information and tickets, visit bhitm22.org. Presented by the City of Jacksonville and Pepsi.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden chance to score a deal that will make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment.
At Duck Rooter, we understand plumbing issues can be a real inconvenience for your building or business, and we're here to help. We can handle all kinds of plumbing jobs, including broken pipes, clogged drains, line jetting, installing water heaters, and full repipes. Need a camera inspection or a smoke test? Yes, Duck Rooter does that too. Plus, our lift station services include inspections, monitoring, cleaning, and repairs. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769.
Jacksonville's top back is now 1010XL's. Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on The Drill Monday mornings at 8:30. Monday Morning Running Back with Fred Taylor.
Brought to you by Epstein & Robbins DUI Defense Firm on 1010XL.
Hacker here, and I have a huge announcement. I've started Awaken 180 weight loss. That's right, yours truly is finally making the 180 I've needed to do for many years now. The combination of turning 40 and wanting to keep up with my 4-year-old son was a ton of motivation. What's more motivating? In just 1 week, I dropped 19 pounds. You heard me right, 19 pounds in just 1 week. Now, I do have to say, these results aren't the norm, but when you have the amount of weight I needed to drop, the results came quick. In just 1 week, I have more energy and I feel great. Mike and Matt were right. Awaken 180 is simple. I'm eating to lose weight and having fun in the process. Whether you've tried to lose weight 20 times or if this is your first time, with Awaken 180, it will be the last time. Fast. I mean fast results, and then you receive free support for life. Make the call. 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
The First Coast Games is an annual corporate challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals, with some friendly competition, of course. Registration is now open through the First Coast YMCA for both recreational and challenge divisions, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clear water, irrigation, and drainage too.
Ackerman Urology is your hole-in-one for men's health, helping you master peak performance with expertise and precision. Trust Ackerman Urology to help you stay on par with your health, including elevated PSAs, prostate conditions, and sexual vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly, and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Vegas, baby, Vegas! All right, Jacksonville University, 2:30 to go, first half. The conference basketball tournament's already underway, especially right here in the A-Sun, where JU won their first matchup. Unfortunately, UNF was a loser in overtime. Right now, JU down 4. It's 39-35. Stetson up over JU. 2:26 to go in the first half. Rafael Esparza is with us. How about these smaller conference tournaments, Rafael? Are the books in Vegas jammed? I mean, I know it's tougher to get information on these smaller teams, but is the activity, where you would expect it?
Yeah, for Atlantic Sun. I mean, got some under money on this JU Stenson game. Total opened up at 137, 137.5. Got bet all the way down to 135.5. So got some, not that much money came in on a side on this one, but people betting under North Alabama, Austin P. Everyone's on Austin. Everyone's on North Alabama, and the number just dropped to 3.5. It was pretty much a solid 4 all day long.
For us out here, it sneaks up on us a little bit because obviously the league here begins next week, and Jacksonville very involved there, and the Players' Championship. But as soon as that wraps up, man, you're all into conference basketball, and certainly you'll be getting into the NCAA tournament. Are you starting to get a lot of money that's coming in to pick who's going to win this year's national title, or is that still a few weeks out?
Some money coming in. We put up some Final Four, who will make Final Four odds, stuff like that. That's getting a lot of love. Duke got some action quickly, and they were 5-1 to make the Final Four. I might put some bubble teams like where Virginia make the NCAA tournament with St. John's. I might do that as I'm watching the State of the Union dress today, as I'm poking my eyes out with Staples while I'm watching that. So I might do some bubble teams today. But yeah, everyone's betting the NCAA tournament. Because I said there's 3 teams that are single digits to win it all. Only 3. I mean, that is so hard for me to think that right now. With UConn 5-1, Houston plus 650, and Purdue 8-1. Everyone else is 10-1 and higher. I think a double digit cuts down to this.
I haven't asked you about hockey in well over a year, and of course, right out there in Vegas, they won it all, and just an incredible run for them. But what's it like at this point, hockey wise? 82 games. Here we are, first week in March. What's it like at the window?
The redheaded stepchild. That's what the hockey is right now. When you have college basketball, you have NBA, and then this weekend we have UFC 299. So they'll be probably one of the least bet sports all weekend long. And then when you throw in baseball gets bet more than hockey does. I mean, in Vegas it's different because the Golden Knights are such a heavy favorite fan-wise and betting-wise, but otherwise at the window, I always tell people NHL betting's really, really, really low, which I don't understand. I think the money line confuses people. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, UFC 299, O'Malley Vieira 2. What's the look there?
Money's coming in O'Malley. I mean, it's a little bit high on it. I think the number's too high. I think he wins this one. But if you want to make money on O'Malley, bet the knockouts. I mean, I could still remember when he beats Sterling with that right cross right on the jaw and that drops him. I think the only way to make money on Sugar Shane is maybe by KO. Or I don't think it goes to 4. The over-under round is 4.5. I don't think it goes that long. I think O'Malley puts him out early, a KO or stuff like that. So at the 4.5 round. But a little bit shocked, Dustin Poirier, underdog. Gilbert Burns, underdog. There's some big names that have underdogs, like the Michael Page, underdog. There's some nice dogs that you can make some money with.
Raphael, I found myself shaking my head earlier today when I saw the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight that is scheduled for this summer. Now, this isn't going to be a Tyson-Roy Jones Jr. exhibition type of fight. This is, or is it? What's your understanding?
My understanding is they're introducing boxing to Netflix. There's no pay-per-view. If you have a Netflix subscription, you get to watch this fight. You don't have to pay the $69.99 or whatever a pay-per-view. If you have Netflix, you get to watch this fight. Netflix is going to be one of the lead opponents to bring in boxing. Netflix is doing the same thing WWE did. We're going to see less pay-per-views, I think, in boxing. We're going to see less pay-per-views in UFC because when UFC's contract goes out with ESPN. I heard Jake Paul wanted to do this with other fighters, but everyone kept on turning him down. He wanted to fight other name brands to bring in Netflix. He's going to be the big component with Netflix and boxing. Everyone turned him down. Tyson said, hey, you know what? I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, and you got to credit the kid. I mean, Jake Paul has made such a name for himself. I want to say he was here when, it was the first event that was post-COVID in Jacksonville, and he was getting into it. It might have been with Daniel Cormier. I don't remember what the situation was. But this guy's made a name for himself. What do you believe he's going to get paid? What do you believe Mike Tyson's going to get paid when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I have not heard what the pay is on this one. We made Jake Paul the favorite on this one. But, yeah, money-wise, I haven't heard it. And I can guarantee you Tyson's probably going to give away most of his money to all the charities he has. Jake Paul doesn't need the money, so I would not be shocked if a lot of charities get this money. But this is all about introducing a new way to watch boxing. And like I said, this might, unless the fights are in Saudi Arabia, I think boxing pay-per-views are going bye-bye. I think when you go to Saudi Arabia, they have to do pay-per-views. But I think other events, we're going to see streaming fights instead of pay-per-view fights.
Boy, I'd love that. No doubt about it. That'd be outstanding. All right, Raphael, tell us what's going on right now at mybookie.org.
Yeah, it's a busy time because we have NHL, we got NBA, college hoops, March Madness is already here. Conference tournaments have already started. Baseball's at full swing pretty soon. Can't wait to watch that. College baseball's at full swing. Some great matchups this week, and even though last week it had some really good baseball matchups if you don't watch college baseball. But don't get UFC 299 this weekend as well, so don't forget to sign up today and win today.
Raphael Esparza. Always a lot of fun. Have a great week. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Take it easy. Have a fantastic week.
There he goes. He'll join us live after the first round from the Players' Championship out in Ponte Vedra. So that'll be cool. All you hope for is the weather, right? Allow the weather to do its part, and it's going to be an incredible time. So that is going to be the case next week. Before we bring in Hacker Nation, who's just he's so slim right now. I didn't really understand that it was actually him. He's losing so much weight. Let's see, 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Right now, it is Stetson 45. It is JU 40.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet is now hiring. Visit TireOutlet.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer.
Clothes fitting you better?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm only 2 weeks into the program on Awaken 180, and I'm down 26 pounds.
26 pounds?
26 pounds.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I used to know you when we would run and rip a little bit, your pre-married days. What's your biggest week? And you're done 2 hours after me. Those late nights in Chicago, I don't care what I ate all day. When I got home at 1:30 Chicago time, 2:30 Jacksonville time, I had to eat something. Is that your biggest problem, eating after the show?
No, my biggest problem is I would go home and have a soda and like a glass of like milk or something, and that obviously at 10 o'clock at night was not good. And this is an accumulation of many, many years, obviously. But I turned 40 in October, so that kind of freaked me out a little bit, seeing that 4 in front of my age. And, with little Hack now, he's going to be 5 in May. I need to keep up with him. And I heard Mike and Matt and the success they had on the Awaken 180 program, and they asked me if I wanted to do it. I said absolutely, and here we are 2 weeks in, and I'm down 26.
Awesome, man. Proud of you.
Thank you, buddy.
It's tough.
It is. Actually, you know what? For the most part, most diets I've been on have always been tough and not worked, obviously. This one's working, and I'm pumped about it, and I can't recommend them strongly enough.
All right. What's coming up tonight?
Obviously, a lot of Jaguar talk. Mike DeRocco, ESPN.com, will join us in about 25 minutes as we'll kind of set the scene for free agency, also recap what's been a crazy week here in Jacksonville. We'll have John Shipley of Jaguar Report, and Gator Spring Practice is underway. David Waters of the Gators Breakdown podcast will join us in the 8 o'clock hour as well.
All right, Hack. Have a good show. See you on Monday.
Thanks, Rick.
And on next, we got the players. There he goes. As we say goodbye, I'm laughing here because 0787 says, Ballou, apparently you've been something about smoking the bong with JJ.
I saw that.
You are confusing Bulky with someone. Some people are having some fun. He must have been talking into it because I can't understand what he's saying. Anyway, that was kind of cool. All right, that's going to do it. I am out tomorrow. Got an off day. Going to have a lot of fun this weekend. I know you will as well. I don't check the text line now that the show is over. But you can always get me on Twitter. Ballou1010XL, available at any time, and I almost always get back to you. That'll do it. Thank you to Dave Weidel. Thank you to Rafael Esparza. Good to have JJ LaSelva back in with us as well. My name is Rick Ballou. I'll see you out and about, and I'll talk with you on Monday at 6 o'clock. Why is he in a plane?
I don't know. Well, don't just stand there. Hop in.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
A new vehicle come to